Alright, we are starting something new on the channel here, ladies and gentlemen. This being the Ratchet and Clank 2. I'll wait for the title screen to just tell the tagline, but then again, it's already on the video, so it doesn't really fucking matter. I did finish not Kingdom Hearts, Ratchet and Clank. I did finish the first one, and I'm moving on to the second one. Probably going to be balancing between Sly Cooper and maybe even throw Jak and Daxter in, because I did get the HD collection of that as well. This is not a HD collection, this is on the PS2, so the graphics may not seem as cool, and I think there might even be black bars, because, yeah, there seems to be some black bars, because the PS2 is, I think, it's not the same configuration as PS3, so I don't think it has 1080p. But yeah, so a little bit about this game. When I first found out about Ratchet and Clank, it was from a friend of mine who let me play this game. So, in theory, you would have thought that I would have went back and played the first game first, but in actuality, I didn't. I actually went and bought the second game, which I actually really enjoyed. So I bought the third game, and I didn't actually buy the first game until I didn't play the first game until I beat the third, because I went out of order. Ironically, I did the opposite of that with Sly Cooper, and I played the first, not the second or third. I keep mentioning that because I think it's funny, but it's probably not. But yeah, so this game is pretty cool. I think for the most part, I'll be buying items that are... I'll be more like specific with my purchases. I'm not just going to be buying random items like I did in the last game, because I wanted to figure out all the new weapons. Well, quote-unquote new, because I haven't actually played it. But I have played quite a bit of this. The top file is a file that I've actually won the game with, so it's about 13 hours overall, which would probably be around 20-30 videos at most.
Welcome back to Behind the Heroes.
And we are starting.
Heroes are the duo who recently restored peace and order to our galaxy.
Thanks to my help
Ratchet
and
Clank.
a lot of
So, gentlemen,
frustration
tell
with
us
the
about
last
your
boss.
latest incredible adventures.
Well, as you can imagine, we've been pretty busy. After Drek's defeat, there were parades, press conferences, fancy dress balls.
And the wiener roast at Al's.
Oh yeah, that.
That's totally
and
important.
then things started to slow down a bit.
That's a
After
creepy-ass
that,
girl.
well,
Robot
There
that's
was the
just
grand
hiding
opening
around.
at Groovy Lube
Right. I think that was last week.
6 months ago.
We're still pretty
Oh,
busy, but in a more domestic sense.
Yesterday, I flushed out my radiator core.
Oh, look at
I
that.
guess no one needs a hero right now.
Meanwhile, in a distant Bogon galaxy, oh my god, PS2 graphics.
Miss Noodlebottom, I found our man.
Seconds later. They're doing this live? Huh.
Welcome.
What the?
I'm Abercrombie Fizzwidget, founder of the Megacorp Company in the Bogon Galaxy.
Bogon?
I'm sorry to incapacitate you, but our entire galaxy is in a very precocious situation. I must humbly request your sustenance on a mission of dire
Sustenance.
urgitude, a mission of superfluous peril, a mission of unequivocal imperitude.
Did that make any sense?
No.
So, you need me to go on a dangerous mission in another galaxy.
Indubitably. A few days ago, this top-secret biological experiment
That I'm totally
was
showing you
stolen
for
from
no
our
reason.
testing laboratory by this dupliferous criminal mastermind, and I need you to get the experiment back.
We'll do it.
We will?
Frank, I have precipitated your recalcitrance
Frank.
and have made special improvisations for you. We are prepared to give you a job as the head accountant for Megacorp, plus a penthouse suite in lovely Megapolis, and our state-of-the-art robotic masseuse.
Jesus.
Deal.
That's
As
the
for
deal
you,
breaker? Okay.
Ratchet, I'll need you in superlatory shape. While in transit to the Bogon Galaxy, you will undergo heavy training and conditioning, including martial arts, heavy weaponry, survival skills, stealth, macrame, ballroom dance, and origami.
Oh, sick origami lessons. 2 weeks later.
We've used bipolar vector regurgitation to track the thief's location to a flying base in Sector 7. Infiltrate the base and retrieve the experiment.
Sir, ready for launch.
So, the whole plot of this is that we are chasing after the thief who stole a top secret biological weapon. And if you notice, the head of Megacorp has I wouldn't call it a speech impediment. He just muddles up words that sound similar.
Ratchet reporting. I'm on final approach to coordinates 37 Alpha.
Good luck. I'm counting on you.
Affirmative. Beginning radio
okay.
silence.
Okay, good. So before I start anything, I'm going to be changing the camera. Okay, that's progress is saving. Yes, I'm well aware of that icon. It's been in every game, so we're good. Or not. Yes, now we're good. Okay. So most of the Ratchet and Clank games have this weird camera, and subtitles are usually always off. But usually the camera is always inverted, and not just like horizontally, but not horizontally, vertical as well. And it's, I don't know, I've never really liked inverted cameras, except for maybe flying. Like I can get used to a flying or inverted camera flying, but walking around, that's not gonna happen.
An icon with a left analog stick.
So they did quite a few things about this game, and they changed a lot of things around with the UI and controls. So not the controls in general, like still X to jump, still square to use your ratchet, still circle to shoot. But you can now strafe along the sides, which makes it so much easier. That's why I was really surprised that they didn't have that in Ratchet and Clank 1, because it makes fighting a lot easier, because your camera is very slow. So moving around and trying to like use your camera is not a very good idea. But strafing left to right is much easier to get like a control over a fight, and it's I have had less death in this recording session than I had in the entire game. I'm fairly sure. But yes, so strafing is a huge thing. Next thing to talk about is health. In the first game, there was only 4 health bars that you could have. You can upgrade it, I think, getting 5, and then you can upgrade it again for getting like 6 or something. But that was like, the upgrades were like 5,000 a piece, and then like something like 30,000 a piece. Or not 30,000 a piece, but like 5,000 for the first upgrade, 30,000 for the next one. It was ridiculously high. But this game uses this really interesting feature that I really prefer, and that is the more enemies you kill, you gain a little red bar underneath your health, and that will increase by increments. So it'll increase it by a whole 1/4 every time you level up, essentially level up, which is really cool, and it makes it much easier because your health like increasingly gets bigger and bigger throughout the game. You're not just stuck with a very low health pool.
I see it's time to update my security forces.
And you guys suck.
Whoa, no, hey, no, look, I'm just here to fix the transflexor coil.
Nice try. Give my regards to Megacorp.
Oh, those are fighting words here.
Finish him.
Oh my god, that will never get old. We also noticed there's a red bar under the weapons as well as the health, and that means, if you can guess, our weapons get increased and become better. There's only 1 upgrade per weapon. I think they changed that in number 3. There's like 3 upgrades you can have, and it'll get like it'll get better progressively throughout the game. However, there's only 1 upgrade for each weapon in this game, and I don't really know if there's like a damage increase. I would assume that it's a damage increase as well, but
Thugs for less. If it ain't broke, we'll break it.
Right. I'm in the market for some security.
You'll bring the cash, we'll bring the thrash.
Good. I need your best men to meet me at these coordinates.
thugs for less. That's gonna be the best like store in the world.
Health, so you...
Oh, we are at full health. So yeah, since I've played this game quite a few times, I do have a vague memory, better memory than most games where I'm like, lol, did I do that already? But this game I'm like, I fairly remember what's going on, and this was interesting. This was a camera glitch. This is the first time I've ever seen this, and it confused the fuck out of me. I should also mention, I would have like stabilized the camera by just tapping the L1, but at the time, or my controller, the PS2 controller, for whatever reason, my L1 and R1 buttons are swapped with my R2 buttons and L2 buttons. So, respectively. So like my L1 is now my L2, and my R2 is now my R1 is now my R2, and my L1 is now my L2, which is really confusing, and I'm not sure why it did that. But it's been like that for quite some time, so if I am supposed to hit L1, I probably will be smashing the actual L1 and going, oh yeah, that's right. Oh shit. Oh yeah, you'll notice that we had much different weapons from the first game. And here's a cutscene. I don't think there's any talking. But yeah, in the first game we had the bomb glove, and that was about it. Now we have a grenade launcher and a rifle that fires bullets, with, obviously, like laser beams. Laser bullets? I don't know. Something along those lines. Employee of the month right here. Just knocked his friend off the flying ship. I missed that from Ratchet and Clank. The whole whoosh.
Ratchet checking in, sir.
Incredulous. I didn't expect to hear from you again so soon.
There was a slight problem. The thief escaped with the experiment, and I have no idea where he was headed.
Not to worry. I just received an emission which may lubricate the matter.
Jesus. Like, how did...
Do you have any maps for this quadrant of the
What a
galaxy?
coincidence.
You bet, mister. We got galactic maps, 3D maps, fold-outs, cutouts, maps to the stars,
They have fold-outs? Oh, sick.
Sorry about that. Oh, I forgot my wallet. Could you take care of this?
Yeah, see the thugs from why do they have a permanent... Why would they have a defense button right there, that big?
I'm on my way.
Jesus. Oh, Ratchet and Clank, I've missed this humor. I mean, I did record it today, but I was sort of just like listening to music and not really bothering to hear all the funny cutscenes. So this level is like, it's weird. I think I'm gonna look at the weapons before I go down. I'm just gonna break the boxes. Money in this game, I don't really feel like I didn't feel like I had a lot of money, but at the same time I didn't feel like I was starved for money. Because in the first game it was like, if you wanted to buy any gadgets, it was like 2,000 gold. This game they decreased it down to 1,000 per item. But as you saw, the guns have been increased. So one of them is 5,000, one of them is 1,500. I'm going to buy the 1,500 one because the shotgun is much better than the Ripper. By far, the shotgun is amazing. The Ripper isn't a bad gun. It throws, you like throw saw blades at people. So it's not a horrible gun. It's just the shotgun is way much more, and I don't really like the saw blade just because there's like a random chance. There's not like a specific, oh, it's gonna hit this target X amount of times. It just sort of bounces between targets. And I'm not sure what's going on with these snails, but whenever I fight these snails, they seem to have this weird hitbox problem, where it's like they'll shoot like 4 bullets and only one of them will count. So, kind of weird. And they don't really explain what these things are. In typical Ratchet and Clank fashion. I'll show you a bunch of weird aliens and they'll be like, accept the aliens. Just get on top of the back of this thing and you'll be fine. Like, what is it? Does it matter? I mean, I'm not expecting them to be like, okay, here's their home world, here's their favorite food. Like, I'm not expecting that. And I think I try and clump these like fireflies together and hit them with one of my bombs.
Your maximum nanotech has
here you go.
increased. Defeat more enemies to increase it further.
As I was mentioning, the health bar now will increase as you fight, which is amazing. That way you're not stuck with 4 health trying to fight a guy who can like knock off 3 of them. That being said, the more health you get, the more damage people can do, so they don't just hit like a quarter of your health off, they can hit like 3/4, or sometimes for like bigger enemies they can hit like an entire health bar, like circle completely off. Yeah, this room was interesting, so I'm trying to get over to the box collection over there. It takes me a while to find the right one that'll get me there, so bear with me. And as I said, the camera's not exactly the fastest thing around, so there's that.